So welcome to Chapter 3, Session 13 of StarFinder, The Fragments of Eternity. It is the 9th of January 2019. I'm Ryan. Yay. Yep, that's me. I'm still the DM, GM, and SM, I guess. Yeah, that's me. I'm the guy that runs the game. Hi. And here are the players.
Hello, I'm Olka. I play Emmelyn, who is a Lashunta pilot.
Hello.
Hi there.
I play.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Hi there. Hi, how are you? Nico, and I play Zora, the Vest Captain.
Hi. It seems like you're trying to run an RPG. I'm Nix 5, the android mechanic. Or Clippy, as I shall now be known.
Yeah, Cliffy.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? No, YouTube, don't demonetize us.
This is I, Colin, and I am still very much playing Lyko, Quint, spooky boy, sneaky boy. You know.
Speak easy, boy.
Speakeasy boy.
What? Oh, hi there. I didn't see you there.
Fuck
I'm
off!
Calum.
I did that first.
I know, you should remind me. Anyway, sorry. Yes, hi, I'm Calum. I'll be playing Zigg, and I am full of beans.
And
Bitch.
And
Not
Happy New
beans.
Year?
Zigg is a Star Shaman Space Mystic. Yep. Done.
Oh, right, yes. We already knew. That comes Zigg. That just
Merry
covers all of that. Let's face it.
That comes Zigg. With like a fist pump grab. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, here we are in the first pre-game of the year.
Yay!
Yup.
Can't believe it's 2019.
See if you just left that blank. We were future-proof there, Colin.
Yeah.
You've just ruined it.
Honestly, I was gonna go for just some year in the past, but I couldn't come up with a funny
Yeah.
one.
I mean,
As long as we don't make it to 2020, we're still future-proof.
You think,
Yeah.
aren't we all?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
This is it. We just need to cancel the show.
Then uncancel it.
I think
And then uncancel it.
if we're still going at 2020, I'd hope we're at the finale by that point. So, but,
Nonsense.
but you never know. We'll see what happens.
4th level, here we come.
Yay! It's all based on how I'm feeling at the time. Yeah. So, how was everyone's winter break?
Awesome.
Cold.
Worky.
Very fun.
It was great. I had a good time. We should do
I
that
had-
more often.
I had a good time too. I'm ready for another holiday.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
could go that.
the it did kind of make a mistake with timing everything coming back. I just went away this weekend. Had an entire D&D weekend. So Monday morning I was just crushed. Just exhausted.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
done with life.
Just in time to go back to work.
As someone that
Yep.
has done RP trips
Yay.
away, I am fully aware of how the world can go fuck itself after I have ran for a whole weekend. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's like,
oh, it's so burnout. Oh.
and we were so ambitious. It's like, no, we'll be fine for Monday. Then when on the weekend, it's like, oh shit.
I think it was one of the first things I asked you guys when we
You
were breaking
did,
up.
yeah.
Being like, if yous are away, are you good to run on Monday? And you're like, yeah, we're fine. I'm like, come closer to Monday. We're not so fine. Okay.
Yeah, we were young and naive.
Mhm.
Now we
Yeah.
know.
Now
I'm
you know.
sorry.
That's okay.
Yes.
We really. It was
We
great,
know.
but
It is
we
tiring.
well, we played till like 3 a.m.
Yeah, we were not the best at getting to sleep. So,
But I mean,
3,
that's
4
kind of
a.m.
a good weekend away.
oh yeah.
For
Yeah.
the ones like I did 2 for my 13th age game. That obviously we had Nico and Colin attend both and one of those, and
What?
Nico attended both of the trips away, and you attended one of them. There you go.
Correct. That was just.
Yep.
Yeah.
And people at home had got that. It's fine. I had put it in the comments. I wouldn't have. And what we did on the first time away, I learned very quickly that running on both days worked for us then, because we kind of did like 2 slightly longer sessions of like a normal, like maybe we did like 5 hours each day. But I kind of felt like everybody was a bit bummed out on the Sunday. So, but we did like a 4-day weekend of Friday, Saturday. Like we travelled Friday, had Friday night to ourselves, RP'd Saturday, had Saturday night to ourselves, RP'd Sunday, had Sunday night to ourselves, travelled home on the Monday. But for the next trip that we did, we just started at 12 on the Saturday and ran until it was going to be 12 with like a 2-hour break in the middle for like dinner, but then like a break in between starting and dinner and the finale and dinner, so 3 breaks total. But we ended up finishing about, was it like 1 a.m, 2 a.m? I think it was 1 a.m. I think we finished the actual finale of our whole game. So we did everything on the Saturday, which gave us the whole Sunday to just sit and chill out, because we weren't travelling till the Monday. So that was, I think if I was doing a trip away again, I'd do that, where I would try and do like the full day RP, get all the hype and all the energy in one day, then have everyone sugar crash on the Sunday.
Yeah, that would have been good. We
Yeah.
travelled on the Sugar Crash day.
Mm-hmm. And
So-
that's just, I mean, well done, Olka, basically, for all that.
Not
'cause-
driving us off a cliff.
Yeah, deliberately.
Yeah.
Like, why did you put me through this? Why was I a driver?
So much driving.
Yeah.
I did like a circle across around the middle of Scotland.
It wasn't the most efficient route.
It really was. It was the least. I basically ended up where I started, like not like half an hour from where I started or something like that. Because
But
I had
everyone
to
else
drop
got
them
home.
off. Yeah, everybody else got home.
It's obviously because you're a saint, let's face it.
I am
But
great.
It must be that.
Is the truth.
She's alright.
Just felt that kind of like cruising level and bruising level rising. Oh.
Don't worry, we're not in the same room today, so I'm safe.
Ah.
That's why I'm being sassy.
I can't think of anything else terribly exciting besides me getting a new car, but like besides that, nothing really.
I did start the new year by being punched in the face by Olka.
Yeah,
I did do that.
Yep.
It was
That
funny.
that did happen.
I believe I was on the same couch for this. Yeah.
It was yeah. It
Yep.
was very funny.
If anyone wants to know how my year's going,
Yep. It's fine. It was just like tactile telepathy, you know.
the worst bit is I had nothing to do with the fight that was happening.
I mean, now people know there was a fight.
You were near it.
Yeah.
It was Switzerland.
You were near it, and that's asking for trouble.
Yeah. I mean, here we go. Here's the political climate right here.
It's be one of those shows.
Wow. Yeah,
dear.
it's called Asho, I think, these days. Definitely, I think I covered session 13. I definitely did. Good. Just try to make sure I
Yes.
covered everything I need to. Did anyone else have any specifically crazy, interesting things that happened that they want to say now before I move on to what you all have become as characters? Which is plasmoids.
Gods among men.
Plasmoids.
Me and Colin met for the first time. I assume it's the first time. If I met you before, then I feel really bad about that.
No, I said something very much akin to that to you, if I recall.
That's a risky statement.
I said something to the effect of, I think we're meeting, or I think we had met for the first time when we met up with Ryan, and
Yes.
I sort of heavily caveated that because I knew there was intense. Oh, that's
Oh.
odd choice of
Oh,
adjective.
oh, oh.
Considerable chance that I could have met him and just been too fucked to remember. But I think by mutual agreement, we've agreed. Oh my,
That was the
My-
first.
really inelegant. But essentially, yeah, I think that was the first time we'd met because I doubt very much we would have both
Yeah.
failed to remember.
Well, if that sentence is anything to go by, who knows?
Yeah, it's good. I'm
Well,
just
yeah.
tired. I have had
Aw.
a few sips of a beer. No, it was exciting. It was fun. It was like a calmer New Year than I would generally have gone in for. But I did the same thing last year essentially, and it was even calmer. But
This could be
that
nice,
suited
though.
me fine. It's just this time of the year, I always feel like trash, right? I never feel like doing anything like that because I always feel dreadful. I'm always ill or something, or exhausted from work, and so excuse me. So it was nice to have just a bit of fun that was relatively stress free and didn't involve going out and getting absolutely hammered and coming back, realizing you spent £100 in booze or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't even drink this year actually. I had bought alcohol to drink because on Hogmanay I went and saw Mary Poppins, and that was really good.
Crispy.
I enjoyed that mostly because I just like Emily Blunt, and if she released a movie about her painting a wall to dramatic music, I'd probably watch it. So
I might actually watch that too.
Yeah,
like
I'd
That
be
sounds
into that.
interesting.
right. We just got onto our agent. So we have an idea for Emily. It's probably easy, but it depends how creative she is. But let's just how
But
about
it's a
it?
bit out there.
Yeah, obviously her agent watches our show, so listen, you know my details. Just comment on the video, and we'll talk. Creative direction.
Welcome to our house.
Yeah. Then after that, I went for lunch with some friends, and that was really nice. And then I went and saw The Greatest Showman in the cinema, which,
Nice.
despite the ridiculous popularity that is usually forced upon you by people who like that movie, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
I must have missed you.
Yeah,
Must have missed you.
I wasn't,
must have,
I was-
have been on my break or something.
I wasn't in Silverburn.
I was in a Sullivan.
no, it
There
was
was one
in-
happening there as well.
It was in Renfrew Street. It was. I think it was meant to be so. I don't know. You need to ask Yasmin. But yeah. So went to the one in Renfrew Street. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Did you go with Stephen et al?
Stephen was there for the lunch, but he wasn't there for the movies. Because
Ha!
Stephen and.
I don't know
movies.
why I said ha.
But no, it was. It was really good. I've actually since listened to the soundtrack several times since then, and I was
I
like,
just feel like there didn't need to be another P.T. Barnum musical. I thought one was enough, and I'm going to stand by that.
you should.
I almost watched that film on Christmas Day.
Mm.
It was on, but I was so sick that I just passed out.
Hmm.
So I continue my track record of falling asleep while it's on. that's not a review, but
I mean, it kind of is now.
Maybe
Here
it
we
is
are.
a review, though. I think that's probably the most genuine review, to be honest.
Well, fuck you, Nico. I just merely said I enjoyed the movie.
I mean, can't you argue with somebody falling asleep every time they went to fucking see the film, right?
I mean, I've had that issue with Henry Cavill in any film I've seen him in.
Yeah,
got
especially when you say
Henry Cavill related
Cavill
narcolepsy.
and not Cavill.
Yeah, that's
Cavill
weird.
what?
Like what? Okay, everybody vote in the comments.
I really
Cavill
enjoyed him
or
as
Cavill?
Clark.
Cavill.
As Superman, yeah, I could see some of the problems people had with him. I think more of that was the cinematography, not even so much the script. The script was a factor.
Colin,
Obviously,
we could do a
not
whole show
interesting.
about us talking about DC movies, though, and I feel like we maybe should.
But I like him. I find him a sort of adorable Clark. But yeah, he's not Captain Charisma exactly. But I think
I
that's
actually
the right
I
word.
don't necessarily have a problem with him because I think from the reviews I've read about him, and I've had some great recommendations for his stuff, he sounds like a generally pretty competent guy. I just genuinely think it's something neurologically wrong with me. That just his face just makes me pass out.
So, not to get too... let's not go too political, but isn't Henry Cavill kind of against women being people?
Is he?
So,
That doesn't
he?
seem like a.
so
That's
let's just leave that there, and I'll move on from my opinions of Henry Cavill. But anyway, the other thing,
His
Henry
views
Cavill
of women
reminded
are
me
actually
of
a
it.
type of horse.
Henry Cavill reminds me of the third movie that I watched. So, as I was saying to people in the pre-game, the three movies I watched
Regame.
last night was... No, it sounds horrible, Colin.
Yep.
Was Burn After Reading, then Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, and then the third one I never got to because we were too busy with how amazing Rogue Nation was. Italics everywhere. Was Stardust. So watched Stardust.
fair.
And I just love that movie so much.
It's so good.
I love it to bits. It's such a fun movie. The fact that it's Charlie Cox, watching him so adorably young instead of being Daredevil, Claire Danes being flawless, Michelle Pfeiffer being uncomfortably young looking, and
Robert De Niro.
being the best character in the whole movie. Like
Mhm.
Mark Strong being a great, not really villain, but kind of villain. All the British comedians that are like his brothers. Yeah, it's just a great movie because I was hanging out with my friend Kim, and she hadn't seen Burn After Reading, Rogue Nation, or Stardust. So we did a day of watching all of them. And honestly, it was a great wee day, actually. I
Aw.
love Burn After Reading, so it was nice that she loved it too, but we were both Coen Brothers movie fans, so that was great. Also, Tilda Swinton's in it, so it's obviously a winner.
Oh, I love her.
Uh-huh. Oh man, you'd have loved my Star Wars game. She was one of the
Oh.
villains. So this is how creative
I wasn't
got,
even
Olka.
in the game, and I'm still like.
This is how creative I got. So obviously Tilda Swinton was in my Star Wars game, so she played a Force Witch called Swinda. That's how creative I was.
Subtle.
It sounds like a Star Wars name, okay?
So
yeah.
who was Skate based on?
What's funny is I'm surprised none of you have worked it out, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, and it's SK, not Skate.
SK.
It's gonna be Skate.
All right, hold on.
Look at you all
Clues
freaking
in the
out.
name.
No, what I want to do is I want everyone to start talking about the
Leveling up.
no the joy they had clearly watching the prequel episode. Yes.
Didn't do it.
Even I haven't watched.
Yeah, I've not seen
Yeah,
it.
gonna watch it at
it's
some
awesome.
point. Lyko wouldn't know. It's metagaming.
No, but the whole point is that
I like that
it's
answer.
done for Colin. It's not done for Lyko, it's done for
I
Colin.
don't even fucking like
Yeah,
that
but Colin
guy.
doesn't care. He's like, after hanging out with me for a not insubstantial amount of
I've had
time, he
enough.
realized he
I've had
has
a fairly
he's
large
done.
sample of sample
Wow.
slice.
Woo!
Is that worse?
Wow.
I'll take that
It
as
is
the
worse.
compliment.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
Dehydration is a risk most of us will suffer at this time of year.
I
What?
don't know. How dare?
Oh, I need a drink now.
That's why you should have
Wow.
got one first. But yeah,
Wow.
no, it was actually nothing to do with that at all. It's just that I've been tired and I forgot how close it was to the day.
Mhm.
And that is why I will indeed
I
watch
highly
it.
recommend people
Well,
watch it purely from a lore point of view, because it does add a. I mean, what's the technical? A fuck ton of lore. So that's fine. But yeah, so Calum, do you want to talk about that for a bit before we move on to everybody's leveling? Because that was your thing that you got to do
That
after
was
the
my thing
last,
that I got to do.
the last official in chronological order session.
Oh yeah, jeez. It was really weird. It was quite difficult to do, I think. But it was really fun. But story wise, it was my poor little rat heart. It's just it's just too much. I don't know if I want to talk about it actually. Oh man, it
Well,
was horrible.
Just to pull the band-aid right off, everyone, here's a bit of a wee spoiler that Zigg did survive the prequel.
I did survive. Just. Oh my god! I thought I was going to get killed off.
Yeah, it was pretty
Um,
close actually. Yeah.
And then the coolest character in the entire
my
story.
lord.
Sorry, that was loud.
It's okay.
It was actually okay. I fixed the audio. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
From-
But yes, the coolest character ever created by anyone ever.
Dietrich?
Nice try there.
Nice try.
EJ.
Saved my ass, and I have no idea if they're still around or not. And I'm very upset and happy and upset. Oh, but he's out there. I know he is.
Also, Nico, it wasn't actually EJ, just in case you started getting palpitations.
Just
It
stop trying.
was actually Gandhi,
And you're not far off.
as interpreted by Civilization games. I think if Gandhi had had nukes, he would have used them.
So
Didn't
moving
he develop them
swiftly
for
on.
Gandhi? If he did actually have them and didn't use them, then
I've
I
never
will
server
go
muted
back
someone,
in my words
but I'm
and
kind
say,
of
sorry, Gandhi, I was too harsh on you.
Wow. And
But if he didn't,
the 2020 finale session where we think back, why was civilization nuked? And we look back and we go, oh yeah, that one time Gandhi watched our show, and Colin just had a go.
just dragging Gandhi.
This is the last straw,
But I
Colin.
think the irony would be that he called it right. You know, Colin. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would have been completely justified and vindicated, like
even though you set him off.
Dashboard
But yeah.
Confessional.
Anyway,
Good song.
Oh god, it's stuck in my head now.
You're welcome.
so anything you want to add, Calum, or are you happy to move on to leveling?
I don't mind. Is there anything particular people want me to say?
Words.
Did you survive?
I survived. I'm okay. Well, I'm not okay, but I survived.
Because that would be a troubling prequel.
I also gave a bit of
Unless you're
backstory.
Lyko.
I gave a bit of backstory for his. I ever did like a kind of random item thing.
Oh yes.
Gave him a bit of backstory for that as well, which was good. So it wasn't just something he has randomly; it was actually built in to the story a bit,
Yes.
which was quite fun to do for me at least. Adding in kind of weight to items.
I should probably equip it at some point.
I mean, yeah, I would say
Yeah.
so.
I'd go further and say do it now, this second.
While we're in
I mean-
nebulous space.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so let's talk about what people are now, because we're level 3 now, which is fun.
Yay!
Um,
Exciting.
Level 3 for chapter 3. What about you? I don't know, let's be random. Nico, why don't you start?
Yes, with what? My character? Sorry.
Just like
As-
what's new with Zora for level 3?
Right, let me see here. I can meditate for how long is it?
You tell me.
Let me.
Years.
That's when the reply I would have given. Well, in that case, I'd just instantly, just instant meditation.
Right, I can meditate for 1 minute prior, and then it basically lets me add 1d6 to either like diplomacy or mysticism until I meditate again. So
It's kind of awesome.
pretty damn amazing.
Kind of attune yourself.
Basically a free d6 of diplomacy and mysticism.
Not bad.
And I'm now a bit tankier, I suppose. And I got weapon specialization and versatile specialization. That's pretty much it.
Nice. Did you have to specify any of those? Like, for example, did you have to specialize a specific weapon or?
Right. Weapon specialization, like we do all. the
Well,
stuff.
everybody got weapon specialization
Yeah,
at level
yeah.
3. That's the thing I think all characters get. But the versatile spec.
It's for long arms. Well, I mean, I think does that not just affect you get specialization in all weapons with which you're proficient that you can be selected. Basically any weapon that I'm proficient with it affects.
So I think at this point you're pretty much good for basically all weapons, right?
Yeah, as long as I get proficiency with it. Yep.
He doesn't have heavy weapons, I think.
No, I don't have heavy weapons. I don't-
Boom.
Not yet. Not yet. But
I
you could
don't know
just
if
he
I
could
ever
pick
will.
you
I
up
did.
though. And
That
you
is
do.
absolutely
So
I'm not going to lie. When I was starting the game, I was going to go heavy weapons, but I think I'm veering away from it. I'm probably just going to stick to long arms because eventually I'm just going to be a gravity slinging. I'm probably barely going to use my weapon. Like,
Yeah, if you've got a suite of abilities, you probably don't need to.
yeah.
And
Right now,
whole
I've not really
feat.
got offensive ones to use. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'll be honest, I'm quite excited to see what Zora does in terms of development because your character build with your power set aren't totally in sync, which is kind of interesting. So
yeah,
seeing
weird.
no, but the thing is, it's not a bad thing. It's just it's kind of made you a bit of a for combat a jack of all because
Mhm.
you've got the ability to control the battlefield while still being able to tank and DPS at the same time. So you've kind
Yeah.
of went for 3, like a control class, a tank class, and a DPS class, and you've just went, oh, Vesk, right? So
Yeah.
Vesk, the problem. Yeah, it's cool.
It sounds Vesky. It sounds like a Vesk. Like-
Why not all? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, why not
Uh,
everything? Why not
The
that?
anything else specifically special or fancy you got beyond
Nah.
just being tanky?
Other than that, sidereal influence is what the name of the meditation.
Oh,
thing
the
is.
sidereal or whatever
Or
that's pronounced.
sidereal, whatever
Yeah.
you want. Like,
Side
I don't know if it's sidereal or sidereal. Like maybe comment below. Like, I guess.
Or above,
comments above.
parallel.
Yeah, other directions may or may not be available
Also,
depending on
hello,
what form
Nick.
of space you exist in.
Hi, Nick. Oh, hi,
Hi,
Becky.
Nick.
Hi, Shoris, and
Who's-
the other one who I've forgotten.
Tom.
Tom. Hi, Tom. Sorry.
Yeah. Hello to all those lovely people who may be listening.
All right, lads.
Right.
Right, Paul.
I regret this instantly. Alright, okay, cool. Zora, I'm excited to see what we get from our gravity slinging photonic, lizard captain. Zigg, do you want to go next?
Sure. I have at long last.
Well, you
reached-
can't. Colin, do you want to go? I'm kidding on. Carry on, Zigg. That was horrible.
No, it's too late. I'm offended. Yeah, so I can now use my Starlight form, which is fantastic. I transform myself into like
Starlight?
basically a star, which is just wonderful. And it gains concealment, which is awesome.
It's nice off the
You're
back
John
of your see off what we got from last session.
Yeah.
Like the session 12, where we had the kind of mind palace type thing.
Yes.
Where like you were pushing up against the door and you started to glow, and yeah, it's quite cool because it kind of feels like it came off the back of all those narrative descriptions, which was nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of fallen in really nicely, and yeah, it's got some nice things. You know, it sheds loads of normal light, but we gain concealment, and well, I say I do. Sorry guys. I mean, other than that, I'm just the same old lovely rat with some more
Jenny
health
from the block.
Yeah.
and an
Also,
extra spell slot. That makes me really happy.
on top of that as well, the sidereal influence that Zora gets is kind of interesting because Zora did diplomatically end the combat with the dragons and tried mysticism in the cargo bay, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was
So it's,
well timed.
yeah, it's again that nice way of things just working out, which is always good. Yeah, I think anything else exciting besides spell slots?
Spell slots, Starlight. That's about it. I mean, I have a couple new spells, but they're just there to fill the amount of spells I'm supposed to have. Nothing fantastic.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see a fully armed and operational Battle Zigg.
Yes, the murder machine that is Zigg.
Oh dear.
Olka, do you want to go next?
Hello.
Hello. Hi there.
Hi there. What did I change? It's not a lot from what I can see. I'm still kind of in the process of changing things right now.
I did see that you'd
because-
updated your character development notes, though. I did have a quick nosy in there.
Yeah, I like having that in that kind of format. So I see all
Oh, it
the...
works. It works for me too. It's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm interested.
So I have a bit more expertise, I guess.
Did you choose an expertise talent?
I did. Convincing liar.
Ooh.
So when you
That's
attempt a
fitting.
bluff check, you can choose not to roll the expertise die until later.
Do you mean bloof? perchance?
Bluff. After I bluff, I can decide like if the die roll is shit, I can be like, right, let's add on my dice, or I can re-roll my expertise
Oh, you can reroll the whole check. Yeah.
or re-roll the whole check. Yeah,
Nice.
If it's really shit.
if it's really shit, instead of adding the expertise die.
Excellent. Is,
That's
So
what
we
I
can
do.
expect more shop owners to be signed up to nasty deals.
Yeah.
I think what you meant is we can expect less shop owners. And just a conglomerate. Cool.
And I think that's really the only thing that's changed.
Any new psychic, or are we capped out on psychic for the moment?
No, a psychic is like every other level. So next level I'll get some psychic shit.
Nice.
But this level I won't. However, I am kind of in the process of changing my feats
Ooh.
because I had veiled threat, if you remember.
Yep.
But obviously that was before I knew what was what. And I'm thinking of changing it and going maybe the more psychic route.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking through the books.
Yeah, no
And
worries.
I was just informed that I also gain 1 feat at this level, which I didn't realize.
Oh crap! What?
Fuck's sake.
Oh, I missed that part of the conversation.
Wait, did I remember to put mine in?
Oh my god, guys.
I think
anyone
I
else want to
definitely
try
chose
on
it,
feats?
but did I actually do it? Yeah, quick draw. I just haven't coded it in because what's the point? It doesn't need to actually be pressed ever.
So,
That's a future problem. I'll deal with it later.
If anyone else wants to chat feats, I'm here all day.
honestly. Yeah, cool. I'm excited to see your final draft, I guess, of...
Yeah, I just forgot that there's also Pact World. I was
Yeah.
only using the core rulebook, and I was like, oh shit, there's more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And there is some good
There's
stuff
some
in the
good ones.
expanded, yeah.
And these are so hard to navigate, these fucking books.
Yeah, they do,
Um,
they really don't make it easy. Like I quite like the fact that they give you the key at the side though, which a lot of books probably could help with. See, like the fact that it
Yes.
tells you
Yeah.
where roughly in the book you are, and
The,
Yeah.
you get the like almost the contents forever.
The other thing is, if you're working the PDF, it does have fully functioning bookmarks.
Mhm.
Like it's actually
does.
properly organized. So
I know, but it's still like you don't know where things are, because I didn't actually see that you add a feat every 2 levels.
oh yeah, that's early.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
it's
find
cool.
that. Like I literally searched feet in the thing, and I couldn't find it. So
Yeah, it's in the level up section, I think.
yeah.
It's a bit
Yeah.
off topic. But has anybody ever had twisted cheetahs? Oh my god.
No.
So good.
No, I have not.
That is a bit off topic.
What do you mean off topic? Sure, that's on the nose there.
So good, man.
I'm obviously quite tired because I don't have any searching feet jokes.
Wow.
I got nothing at all.
It's
No,
okay,
it's-
Colin.
for that I am
You're
truly
just
sorry.
funny. It's
I
okay.
did this to Colin. I have broken Colin. That's what it is. It's our.
I don't know if I should be scared or jealous. So moving swiftly on. Emmelyn, anything else to expect from
Yes, I think she is gonna be more telepathic, because I think I'm gonna add extended telepathy as my feat,
Emmelyn? Okay.
which increases the range by another 30 feet, making it 90 feet. I think
Yeah, that's an
I
interesting
can
one.
add numbers.
It could be, because I think I'd need
'Cause
to
I
see if
got-
that stacks with Phrenic.
Yes, I believe it does.
Yeah, because it says it adds another 30 feet.
Yeah, then
So
it-
it must.
to me
stack in
that-
case.
Unless there's a bit of wording jag that doesn't do that, I think that's 90 feet, yeah.
Yes.
I think I looked that one up in the forums, and that's generally the agreed.
Yep, you know, they're
Stack.
generally, like, the wording's usually
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
good for stacking stuff. Usually.
The other thing is it does give the Phrenic Adept a specific ability,
Yeah, which works with my ship,
Such
Yeah.
as.
which
because that's what I have.
so that one it's basically you can do a mysticism check to communicate telepathically with someone you don't share a language with.
Ooh. That's pretty
Ooh.
cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
what
one thing. Oops, sorry.
is that? Sorry, I'm just. What was my mysticism? Is that on the skills? Is that one of the
It
skills?
should be. Yes,
I do not have anything there.
that's why I was thinking that at some point taking skill synergy to get it as a class feat might be useful.
But like, there's a really great opportunity to roleplay that in somewhere, right?
Yes.
Let's face it, that's going to be an excellent way to get her to navigate Emmelyn into a place where mysticism becomes a class skill if need be. If that's something you
Yeah.
choose to do, you could just
Yeah.
dump a point into it, right? Or whatever it costs
think-
to bump it.
I think for a psychic, it would make sense to work your way down that path as you explore it with that nasty corporate man.
What do you mean nasty?
My
Oh,
my
sorry.
best friend. You mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, your only friend.
her head buddy. That sounds.
So no,
Never mind. Oh,
no comment.
no diggity. Right.
It's worth actually checking the pack worlds because
No
there are a couple of feats in there that are class specific. Like there is a Solarian one. Well, they're not class specific, but they have special bonuses.
Yeah, like
to
they
shout
definitely
balls as well.
synergize better.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm quite excited.
My,
Yeah, you did. Solarian. Yeah, we're talking about
my
feats.
class.
We're talking about pack worlds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Because-
Next up, we're gonna go with. I think we're gonna have Lyko next.
Well, now.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a huge amount of change. I got the quick draw,
Yep.
so it's going to be easier for me to change weapons. Obviously, having
It
a
makes
longer
perfect
range
sense.
weapon,
Yeah.
pistol, knife. So yeah, it just means that I don't have to fuck around nearly as much to get combat ready.
I was going to try. I'm going to get that next. That was what I was going
It's
to
definitely
get.
between that and the base attack bonus thing that you
Mhm.
get with the movement. It should be very easy for me to switch weapons out. Not a great deal actually. That's super exciting. Like, so I get an extra 10 feet of movement,
That's pretty
which
good
is
though.
nice.
Mhm.
It also means like
Is that
I
you
can
at
now
40 now?
use 20 feet. Yeah, I can get 20 feet and still like sheath a weapon and then draw another one without using my action. My operative's edge goes up to +2, so that just makes me slightly more likely to be successful at the things I'm not particularly good at, which is great.
Excellent. Yeah.
double trick attack damage, so it's 1d8. So my trick attack now. So yeah, 1d4 plus 1 is my melee attack damage. 1d8 is my trick attack damage. So you can see that's quite valuable at this level. Weapon specialization is obviously really nice as well. That's where the +1 comes from. But yeah, it's mostly just some numerical improvements. It's not the most exciting level up for me, but it is nice. Obviously, as I say, quick draw combined with those means that I'm just going to be able to do what I did in previous combats a lot more smoothly. So
No, it
yeah,
actually sounds like
nothing
you actually
flashy, but
you got a nice, like, a lot of streamlining, to be honest. Actually,
yeah. It feels like this is
the level where you go,
If I
right,
were-
you know
yeah.
what the idea and theory of an operative is. Now have the maths that supports it.
Yeah.
That's good.
I feel like if I were starting a character as a more advanced player, I would start at level 3. Because this is the point where you actually get the... Well, you know, if I was someone who were familiar with the game, like, I would probably want to not start at level 1 or 2, because this feels like the point at which the character actually starts to really work, and you're not just learning the systems.
The thing is, as well, that's the beauty about like revisiting the system, right? Because depending on what the story is the GM wants to tell, I'm all for not starting at level 1 if I'm revisiting the system with the same group. Because, I mean,
Oh yeah.
to me that's kind of exciting, jumping in at a higher level, because people are more comfortable with the system. Like, in theory with D&D, obviously I know a lot of you aren't necessarily experts in it, but I would have no issue starting at a level 5, say, for D&D, because I know that 2 of you are at least playing consistently at a higher level of D&D, and the rest of you have dabbled, do you know what I mean? If not played
Yep.
more of. So
I've only had 2 sessions now, but we did play level... What were we, level 4?
Level 4.
We were level 4, yeah. So enough to have like our basic subclass stuff starting to take effect.
yeah, like by 4 you kind of get like a bit of what your class is like, your choices, which is nice for everybody.
Almost
roughly 4.
everything I built 4 turned out to be useless.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I had fun with the character, but like, so the person who was GMing said that it's basically it's going to be like largely set in like a large town or city. So okay, I'll get stuff that will work in humanoids. Were there any fucking humanoids? No, there weren't. So I was basically a really bad damage machine, but it was quite fun. I got to have fun with the character. I got to, like, she asked me like, oh, what does your character go to do? Like, I'll go to bed, I'll go to sleep for like 3 or 4 hours, and then the screaming starts, and it was good fun because I haven't really played a character that ridiculous yet, and even though it was just the one fairly, not long but a decent line session, but you only get a few chances to really let the character shine in that time, and it was fun. I
There's
liked
quite a lot
playing.
of us as well, though. That's that.
Yeah.
It's the beauty
One of the
one-shots, though.
characters
It is the
played
beauty of
by-
one-shots.
Shall I name drop Gib? I'll name drop Gib. I've decided apparently was basically Super Hands, which is funny. That's how you described him. That's kind of how you played him.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it sounds like it was good fun, but that's the beauty of certain systems that make it easy, and other systems don't.
We fudged the numbers a lot in terms of distances.
Okay.
It was much more theatre of the mind than
I think the thing
Fifth
is, Fifth's designed to be both. It's just
Yeah.
it really wants you to
Why I
not be
really
theatre of the
enjoy
mind.
Fifth right now.
I like that sort of like you can fudge it a bit, and like there is a map, there is stuff you can lay out and measure, but no one's going to say actually your fireball stops like 1 millimeter short, so it does 0 damage. No one's going to do that because everyone knows that's
No,
just
because it's
stupid.
D&D, and people would technically that shit. They wouldn't actually it. So.
Yeah, of course. But no, it gives you the fact that you're given this freedom in the book. Of course, you can do that with any setting, right? Who's going to stop you? The rules lawyers aren't actual lawyers, right? So, I mean, some of them are, presumably. But
I did that thing where I went to had the open mouth and the hand raised up, going, no. But boxing that up though, Alex and Nyx 5.
Hello.
Do you want to talk about your level 3 stuff before Colin talks about the theory of RP? Which
Level
again,
3,
Colin, all these additional
Which is
videos.
a great name for a podcast.
and I am the man to speak about it. Sorry.
I'm down with that podcast. That sounds fun.
Yeah, we'll just do that in I don't know,
Yeah.
like Wednesday nights when we're not actually rescheduling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
No,
I'll go
so
for that.
at level 3, I basically become invulnerable, and no, that's not true, unfortunately. What I do get is overload, which lets me, for a round, shut down a technological item that I touch. Basically, lets me short
You can break stuff,
something up. Yeah,
which is awesome.
including something that somebody else is holding,
Which is nice.
like say their gun.
Keep that in good repair, please.
Yeah,
Like,
that'll-
don't let that malfunction too much.
I like that your mechanic has now a mechanical ability to break things.
yes.
It's great.
And I like the fact that it does fit with the shenanigans I was pulling with the ooze last.
No,
game.
definitely, because obviously you programmed the timer
Yep.
on the ship for the
Good
containment
reminder, by
field.
the way. Good reminder about the timer. Forgot
Yeah,
about
I didn't forget that.
Oh, I haven't.
Nor did I.
Just like that signed document with Emmelyn and Button. Yeah.
Yeah. But aside from that, I've basically just got weapon specialization, as every class does.
Yeah.
And then took versatile specialization, so it applies to my cannon. Because anything that makes the cannon better makes me better.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
I don't think I'll get anything else at third level.
That seems about fine.
Trying to think. Yeah. Next level, things start to get exciting.
So,
We'll save that for then.
So with the kind of pre-game and updated character convo out the way, and the theory of RP, and also Henry Cavill, with all that out of the way, who remembers what happened last time?
Skate.
Mm.
We were having a chat.
Oh yeah, she came and kicked everyone's ass.
It was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
And then she just had a chat with us,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
I
my
think we all
my
kind of snarked a bit.
She
My
tried to
head
break
didn't
into
like
the prequel. Was what she tried to break into the prequel, which I did not
And
appreciate.
it's like, it wasn't written yet, SK, stay out of there!
Stay out of there! It's not been done.
Writers, unite!
No, yeah, like, I mean, she tried to get knowledge from Zigg. She tried to break into his mind. I say she did break into his mind. There was just a door he kept shut, which was kind of awesome. We had some kind of cool existential past Zigg and future Zigg moments. Yeah, and then she just went upstairs and went, right, so let's all talk about this. Yeah, and then we had an interesting little additional passenger show his face.
The dark passenger.
With a little Emmelyn flashback where Mr. Edgar Wesland
Oh yeah.
popped in and went, don't trust her. Which is the best thing for anyone to hear from the voice in your head after he's just been called out, right? Being like, Edgar Wesland is basically evil and works with demons. And then the voice in your head who looks like Edgar goes, I wouldn't trust her. It seems, she seems...
sounds fake.
Yeah, fake news.
I trust him. He's in my head, so
That's the spirit.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, and then I think it ended with Escape pointing at Zigg and saying, he has the knowledge I need.
I got the
then
knowledge.
Zigg's eyes go wide, the camera zooms straight into them. Obviously we cut before the camera hits Zigg. And then that then leads us lovelily, yep, that's a word, into the prequel, which
Yes.
takes place perfectly cinematically in that slot. And then, but before the first session of the game ever happened. And, I mean, I feel like Zigg probably matured more than most of you based on what's happened in the game so far. But, obviously that's maybe here nor there, given the tinfoil escapades. And, which, in hindsight, seemed to have worked, right?
It did work, in my opinion.
Yeah. And then,
In
yeah,
Zigg's opinion, even.
then where we left Zigg in the prequel, and we flashed back out of Zigg's eyes as if Zigg had remembered the whole thing. And then, yeah, that's where we'll end up starting our game. The one other thing I'll mention, rules-wise, we're still going to run the test about no crit fails or successes on skill checks, just because I don't really feel like we've had enough time to gauge that yet. we'll let it play out until we get a feel for it, and then if that happens to be chapter 4, fine, we'll readdress it then. We'll have a conversation then. If not, it might come up before then. We'll wait and we'll see. You might notice some changes on the main screen of Roll20. I updated it a little bit, made it look a tiny bit prettier. I think nothing like major other than the obvious ground control and Mr. Trump things, but like the Fragments of Eternity is in the middle now. Tried to not overlap any of the actual planet names. I put a hex grid over it with a black background to try and make it look kind of a bit. I don't know. It feels more spacey. Was a technical term. The Eye of Janus have changed. It's updated to Tales of Triumph. You might have noticed that. Just feel like I'm updating the brand. Yeah, that's pretty much the main changes. I've seen here that Alex did a work in progress ship there.
Yeah, starting on it.
How do we nosy there? I'm gonna just move everyone here. I'll show you what I've done.
Darkness.
Darkness.
Shit.
Oh,
You made a bear.
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's down there. Ah,
What was that darkness voice?
sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't remember what it's from.
What was it?
I can't remember what it's from, but it's from something. I referenced. Oh, look at that!
That's awesome.
Sorry, I just saw my token. Oh, that's so cool.
it's so cute.
I've made everyone tokens as well.
That's so cool. Oh, you've been so busy, Ryan.
Yep.
But what happened to Winking? He's Winker.
Excuse me.
What did you call me?
You
He's a Winker.
A big winker.
well.
Oh, and it's got the stats on it as well.
So
Nice, the tokens.
yep. Let's just work this.
All right,
further.
max
Right, so I also
max
put
my
you.
stats
I
up.
put you in the rooms I thought you would want. Obviously, you've moved yourself since then. But if I do this, this is Emmelyn. The tokens aren't great, but they're something. You know, I figured giving them a wee border would be
That's
nice.
some good chopping right there, man.
Yep, look at that. There's some Lyko.
Edgelord.
I love Zora so much.
It's so beautiful.
There is a wonderful little Zigg's updated one. And then I gave you green eyes in this
Whoa.
one, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, you
He's
forget how
beautiful.
scary Next 5 looks, everybody.
He's a very
I
soft
do. I
spoken.
keep thinking he's very pleasant to look
got
at.
some
but
wonderful
no.
tearing of Alice, which is kind of nice. Like our
Tearing
holograms
of
breaking.
Palace sounds.
Like
no.
a band, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's go for that.
Yep.
And look, the assembly ooze.
Oh, yay!
What a character.
I thought so.
Yeah, it's there. It's got its own little home. So yeah, I made a ship. It is very much a work in progress, but I think it looks pretty good, quite frankly.
Alright, so what are each rooms? Where's the secret compartment? Is that where the ooze is?
So
No.
see, let me just this here,
Yeah.
the red ping, everyone. Everyone see where I'm pinging? Perfect. There we go. That is the smuggler's compartment. It's now accessed
Smuggler.
via the door here and here between both cargo bays. So it's kind of like they're hidden wall panels. I did describe that before when like we had the grenade toss out the back of the ship. Slightly different design from what was previously mentioned with it being sunk in, but the thing in the middle, I quite like the idea that the main access ramp on and off, that descends down, I think would be quite cool. See the middle part where like the warning
Right.
tape is? I feel like that those 4 columns maybe just extend down the way and it lowers down like a lift. So I think that's kind of cool. As opposed to the back of the ship where you've got the ramps here and here. And obviously Cargo Bay B is converted into like a kind of a workspace, essentially. Yep, Cargo Bay A is the top one, B is the bottom one. This is the engine room. It probably doesn't look like that, but that looks engine roomy, quite frankly. This is our wonderful middle space. This is where the mess hall is. Thought it was quite a nice place to put it, right bang in the middle of the ship. Yeah, those doors are kind of open most of the time, hence why they've got as if the doors are open with the warning lines in between them.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, okay.
So, for example, if I just do some freehand doodling, if you were Olka, who started here, in her purple chair, by the way, her custom chair.
I know, I know. Is that nice touch?
You're welcome.
Purple chair.
I've also put in the chair with the sensors for Clippy. Right, so here is a door, and this is a door that's locked, right? And then downstairs to there is an open door, and this is just a big open space. And then these are obviously the rooms. Everybody obviously is piling in. Also, Lyko, I gave you a room in the corner because I figured you were edgy, so...
Yeah. Carnacular, yeah.
And I gave Nix 5 the other corner room because I figured you'd want to be out the way of people, and also kind of closer to the engine room in a way, like your room, even though you kind of technically have to go a bit longer.
What's this all about?
Well, you're actually in the wrong room.
In your room.
Get out my room!
These are actually all in Zigg's room, so there you go.
Yeah, get out of my room!
Get room, ma.
Yeah, so if I just undo...
Ma, get out room!
Room, nim, nim.
The amount of layers of crap I had to build to make this is horrible.
Oh, it's understood, but we like making funny noises. Don't take it as the same.
Bam, 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 bam. You can go this way, and then
That
Just
way,
go
forwards
your
and
own way.
backwards. Over the Irish Sea.
What?
There's paths that you can take there.
This boy's doing his song words again.
That'll happen.
My simple non-musical brain cannot comprehend.
That makes sense, everybody? Like the layout of the ship now?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes perfect sense. And also, you have more musical references than I do. Like,
That's not true.
I don't know if I like this combo of you two now.
sorry.
I'm kidding, obviously.
Where's?
Oh, I
where's the
don't
toilet?
know.
Where's the toilet?
In your room.
Where is the
Where?
toilet?
It's just the back. You just go out the.
There's a bucket in the cargo.
You put your spacesuit on and go
It
around
is,
the
it is
corner.
actually just the cargo bay. Sit at the edge.
No. Every room is fitted with one. It's
How soon can we get our high pressure showers?
They actually just use disappearing spells to.
The whole place is covered in shit.
It's the assembly ooze.
But we've mastered the art of invisibility.
I mean, will this work? Will it look awful? Oh god, it's huge.
Yes. It's so big compared to the bed.
That's not.
Oh dear god. No. That goes away. Is this one better or worse? It's worse, in a way.
It's still the size of the bed. It's like a
Maybe.
bathtub.
Maybe it's just a really small bed.
I mean, there you go. Lyko has the only bathroom.
And we all use it. He has trouble sleeping.
At the same time.
No, why don't you just
Oh.
put it like in the mess hall or something convenient for everyone?
Can
What,
we
your
just turn
bed, or-
one of those? Can we turn one of those spare bedrooms into the one spare bedroom into a walk-in shower?
I mean, if
Like
you
the
burst a
one we have.
pipe, yeah.
I'm doing that. Like the one that we had this weekend that you could fit 8 people in.
Dear gods.
It was the best.
But did you
thing.
have an 8-person shower?
No, but we did have an
Nearly.
8-person dance.
Nice.
In the shower, we had a total cult kind of gathering.
What?
I approve of such things.
We've started a cult.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
Is
D&D
everyone
related.
tall?
we did the New Year's dance with the hands.
There's the New Year's dance? the fuck is this?
It's when
Oh, we
we all
didn't
go
have a
away
New
up
Year's
north and-
dance. What?
No, we had a wig.
Oh, yes, we had. Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot all about that.
Ah,
Is a ship powered by the Eye of Janus?
Apparently so. Why not? Like,
Okay.
I figured I may as well just. I need a token here so that the audience at home can see. So
Okay.
why not just have it as the Eye of Janus? Let's
That
just-
feels like a
Ship is
very
powered
like
by a red gem.
mid to late 90s
That
gaming
could be my
trope.
drive drive. Eye of Janus.
Like it's just a big gemstone for the engine.
That time when you lose your Eye of Janus and you're like, oops. There we go. It's
No.
back.
Alex,
When
get
did
out
you
of my
lose your Eye
seat.
of Janus?
I'm not in your seat. It's my
You-
seat.
Get out.
Okay.
So I was gonna dynamically light the whole ship so that you had to walk through specific doors and can only see
I was-
things. I might still do that, but I figured I'd show you this so far because I think it's kind of fucking awesome. quite
It's
frankly.
It
awesome.
looks great. It
Yeah.
looks great. It's also not too dissimilar to what I imagined roughly what it looked like anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
It's very similar to the structure I was coming up with.
yeah, I noticed
So-
that. I had a quick look at what you'd done to see how close to what I'd done, which was interesting.
But you basically got the bottom level of mine.
Yeah,
With the cockpit, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
it's,
good.
Yeah, it's not bad going,
Excellent.
quite frankly.
Enjoy.
Let me just. I'll share this in our private chat, shall I? Let's open with Paint. It's
Privat sha.
annoying for that.
Sha privat.
That's what Alex had done.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's that horrible noise?
Someone on the internet. Yeah. So yeah, we have that. That is a thing. I think it's kind of cool. But yeah, I am.
No, you're probably going to switch the ooze off. It eats it.
I totally forgot you did. God, shit.
So
This is gonna be one of those sessions, I think.
going to be we're
Everyone
halfway
has
into it, man.
to listen to
This amst.
Right. So why don't we just put everyone in?
Excuse me.
Yep. Oh. I keep going to move her, but that's not her. There she is.
What a feeling.
And let us click on all the stuff that I need to click on. I'll delete the search for toilet and I will pop in.
Him say big toilet word.
So yeah, there we go.
Hello, Skate.
So we zoom back in finally
Hello, Mrs. Furler.
to the scene. I like how you've been practicing that. That name I can't say. So,
Furler.
yeah, that one. Escape, you know. Agent of the Church of Aberdeen.
Scotty.
Skate, actually. It's
is
Celtic. But yeah, so you were all in the mess hall,
Proto-Indo-European.
and we flashed into Zigg's eyes. Everyone that watched the prequel knows exactly what happened in that moment. And we come right back to the room. And what does Zigg do?
Probably sort of drops because I think he was on Nix 5's back if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean, it's-
I think he would just drop to the floor. Well, he is now. It's canonical. Who's moving me, Brian? Stop it.
it's
I know it's you. Well, it's not me. So it's,
there we go. I think there we go.
So he would drop to the floor and then move to this chair, and yeah, no, Zigg would kind of just drop to the floor and just kind of be kind of breathless and not have anything to really say.
Also, that was
just
really
kind of-
convenient sizing that room. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, he'd probably just have his head down and just like shut off like all input from the real world and just be kind of focused on his little trying to get himself back into a cam Zigg mode.
Well, I mean, for the obviously people watching at home would have had that entire flashback at that point of everything that happened in the prequel.
So this reaction would make some sense
yeah, and then
to
obviously
those people.
we flash back to you, kind of putting together what door she was trying to get through, why events that you might have tried to be like either trying to process or forget. I don't really know what Zigg's take on what happened would be.
I think it's a combination of both. He's like, because he obviously doesn't want to remember this ordeal, but at the same time he knows that he does need to be able to come to terms with it at some point, so he's kind of stuck in that sort of middle ground of what should I do? I want to forget this, but I can't, but I need to, but I need to remember, but I don't want to. And yeah.
Yeah, makes sense somehow. Yep. Agreed. But yeah, so you're just scurrying around. For everybody else, obviously, we had Escape pretty much point at Zigg and said like he's the one with all the answers. So
I guess like Zora would kind of look at Zigg
as he
back to
scampered next to you, yeah.
I would look at Zigg again. I would look at SK again. I would just kind of raise my ocular ridge.
Oh, the first one of the year as well.
Oh, first ocular ridge race for the year.
Oh.
But yeah, medkit? Question mark. You know.
I don't think Zigg would actually hear you. He's like shut off everything. Like he's very like.
It was more directed at like SK as in.
Oh right, okay.
SK
Yeah, but I like the idea that like.
He's not gonna understand that.
But I like the idea that you've turned around and you've maybe looked at Zigg and you've went medkit, but you're kind of like staring at Zigg. Zigg doesn't respond obviously, but then you move and you look at SK, almost in that predatorial way where you're looking at the side of your eye. Yeah,
I like actually kind of like gecko like, just
yeah.
like.
I was thinking more like any
like.
predatorial lizard from wonderful years past.
Creepy.
Yeah, and then like we have that camera angle of like over your shoulder looking down at Zigg, where it's only kind of maybe like punctuated every now and then with like your little moat floating around. In fact, no, it wouldn't be because you'd be wearing it, right?
Right, no,
so it's floating as the moat for your armor.
I'm not in combat, so it can't be on me.
Yeah, so it's kind of like idling side to side, kind of near your head, and obviously that's what we see going along the top of the camera as you're staring at Zigg, and then we have that shot where it cuts from her perspective, looking at you, and you are there with that kind of side eye, essentially, staring at her, and then maybe like you just kind of like turn your head to face her, as if you've kind of posed the question to both Zigg and her at the same time.
Yeah.
And then she's just kind of sat there, like, kind of not really like looking at anyone but Zigg, because she's kind of waiting for Zigg to almost catch up to her, because she knows that Zigg was in the mind with her, right? Like she was aware of that. She knew he caused interference, because she turned around and was like, "Huh, impressive." She was quite impressed by Zigg's ability to keep her the fuck out. Remember that wonderful time where you just ask for a natural 20? You just get
It was
it.
fantastic. I was so happy.
Oh, it was so good, yeah.
I'll never know happiness like that ever again.
No, never again. Not
It's happened
with her.
like 3 times in this game, like so far.
Yeah,
Like,
you just need to ask for them and they happen.
yeah, it's literally happened 3 times like in this game.
The
It's
trick is
crazy.
just don't get greedy. So yeah, so SK isn't saying anything unless prompted otherwise. She's
Poor
still sat
boy.
there. So do you make any moves on that, Zora, or?
Zigg. Medkit. Come on. Flick his head.
Yeah. So like you get like basically punched by like a normal person.
Oh jeez. Okay. I pass out.
It wasn't that hard.
No.
I play dead. No. I think he would just slowly look up at SK. When you look at someone kind of
Almost like your
with
eyes kind
head
of
down,
are drawn off the
your
table.
eyes go up. Yeah. Yeah. And I'd just be staring at SK.
And she's just kind of like looking at you as if waiting for you to react in a way. So like, are you just staring blankly at her, or are you?
No, I kind of look somewhere between confused, pissed off, and
Confused again.
confused again. Yeah. Confanger.
Yeah, confused anger.
Feeling the confanger.
.com.
I would kind of look at like his reaction. I'm like, surely Medkit doesn't know what you're talking about. I mean, he's like, what age are you again? I would
I'm
kind of look at you.
12.
He's 12 years old. Like, how can he know about the things that you speak of?
Like our head
would
slightly
disbelieve.
tilts, like our head moves in that kind of almost robotic way, where like she entirely moves her focus onto you. And like it's a kind of like a way where you feel the shift in her attention, if that makes sense. Almost like the atmosphere of the room changes slightly. And then you hear in her voice, she just kind of says, as opposed to not hearing in her voice, she says, "And what age are you?"
I would kind of lift my head up. I'd look down. I was like, it's no point to ask somebody their age. I've learned that since I got to this galaxy.
Like you see that she smirks at that. Like this is like the first like kind of major time her face kind of breaks from the kind of the porcelain nonchalantness that she's got going on. But like she smirks at that, but it lingers this time on her face as opposed to where it was quickly dismissed in the past. December 17th, everyone. So yeah, like she kind of smirks at that as if that's quite funny coming from a Vesk.
Wow.
True facts, man.
Yeah, so we have a confused and
Like Zigg looks like he's on another planet.
Zigg.
Yep.
Yes.
And we have like the Vesk making jokes and SK smirking after having like disabled most of you.
I will. What kind of position is Zigg in? Like, sorry.
Probably like what
Uh,
knees up on the chair, right? It's kind of like
Yeah, so basically kind of how I'm sitting in real life.
Right.
I can't see you.
Oh yeah, I forget.
no, I get
So
it.
he's got right. I'll send a photo. He's got like
That's great
one
for the
knee
audience at
on the
home.
chair, one knee on the chair, kind of sitting on his foot with his other like foot on the chair and his knee up at his chest.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Okay, so you're sat about your normal height.
Yeah, like he probably
No.
does like have to lean forward on the chair to like lean on the table, if that makes sense, because Zigg is a bit smaller than the rest of you.
Yes.
No,
he's,
I'm just trying to get a
3
sense
foot,
of like if he's sort of really crunched into him, crunched. Oy vey.
Scrunched, yeah.
Yeah. If he's sort of squished into a small space, how small exactly is he? But he's not entirely tiny. So I think I would probably just sort of lean down towards him because I was sort of wondering whether I have to sort of patronisingly go down a knee or something. But I'll sort of lean over him and try and get a look in his eye, sort of make eye contact and see
Well, I think
what's going on there.
I think Zigg's looking across the table at her, right?
Yeah, like
So-
right into where her eyes are.
Weirdest.
Okay.
Not into her eyes, but
So,
where
like,
to her eyes
he's
are.
looking this way.
Okay,
and
so I will put
you're
myself
looking
in the
that
way
and
and
she's
shove
looking
my
that way.
face directly
and she's
into eye
looking that way.
contact with you.
I don't know where Nyx and Emmelyn are looking.
Staring directly at her.
But yeah, I
Yes.
am essentially positioning myself so as to force eye contact with our small buddy here.
Okay. Zigg, are you likely to notice this, or is he still going?
I don't think so. As much as Calum would like Zigg to notice, I don't think he would.
You're talking in the third person. I will boop him on the head. Just
Okay. Zigg would turn and look at you. Confused. Less angry, just confused.
I give him a vague questioning look and so sort of turning his hand as to indicate, go on.
Yeah, like tell us why you're apparently important, please. Yeah, I get it.
I think on that he'd probably turn straight back to SK and just kind of put hands on the table and be like, what could you possibly want to know about I was gonna say garbage day. Shit.
Day, yes.
What do you want to know about garbage day?
What do you want to know about garbage day?
Well, I was. That'd be
I was gonna have like a real moment there.
Right, let's rewind.
no.
What's
Rewind, sorry.
This is what I come here for.
It's this quality content.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
I'm sorry, everyone.
So we're back
So
in
he
the room
puts his hands
where-
on the table, looks up at SK and go, what could you possibly want to know about graduation day?
And then our focus shifts. Honestly, so our focus shifts from staring at Zora with that smirk. She looks down at you.
I like the idea like when he says graduation day that I shiver.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I think
I
maybe
just sort
she
of
stops.
look underwhelmed.
She looks away, obviously, before you shiver. I think as well. So you kind of do that like unbeknownst to her. I think as well, because that's obviously telling to a lot of Zora background. She stares down at Zigg, and she says,
I remember graduation day.
So Zigg says, what could you possibly want to know about graduation day? And then she says, what the Queen stole. And then we'll take our break there.
Shit!
Yeah.
That's so loud.
Yeah.
The eyes to the big.
Oh, see, I have it turned all the way down. It's fine.
Wow.
You mean
My
Colin?
ears are. Yes.
Exactly.
So-
I take terrible thing.
Come back
I
at
do apologise,
5
I'm
to
sorry.
9, everyone, and we'll resume then. Hopefully everybody joins us in part 2 of this nonsense.
And if you don't, fuck you.
Yeah. Hello, Nick.
Yeah.
Starts.
Yeah. So,
Hello, Nick.
Like one of them, like,
Hi, Nick.
Hello, Nick.
Hi,
Hello.
Nick.
Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Hi,
Nick.
Hello.
And
Who are the others?
Tom
Quickly, let's
and Rebecca and
Rebecca. Also, thank
Tom,
you,
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Is
That
anyone
was
else?
lovely of you.
I want to know what that.
What does she do?
What's that?
Rebecca, I'm losing track.
Yeah.
What did
Anyway,
Rebecca do? I want to know what Becky did.
we'll be back for part 2, guys.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
You can't leave
Becky.
us on this